All right, let's jump right in. We're going to break down one of the most powerful productivity ideas out there, Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog. It is a brilliantly simple way to finally stop procrastinating and start getting the right things done.
You know the feeling, right? We've all had those days. You're swamped, you're bouncing between meetings, answering emails, just busy. But when you finally log off, you look back and realize you haven't actually moved the needle on your most important goals. Well, we're going to talk about how to fix that exact feeling.
So, what on earth is this frog we're talking about? Well, it's a metaphor. It's that one big, important, kind of gnarly task on your to-do list. You know, the one that could have the biggest positive impact on your life. But it's also the one you'll do almost anything to avoid because it just feels too hard. And this quote, it just nails the whole idea. Imagine tackling that big, ugly task first thing. Once you've done that, you get this amazing rush of momentum. And seriously, the rest of your day feels like a cakewalk in comparison.
Okay, that sounds great in theory, but how do you actually figure out which task is your frog? That's step one, and honestly, it's the most important part, getting totally clear on what really matters.
See, your frog isn't just any old task. It has some very specific tells. It's the thing that will rocket you towards your biggest goal. It usually feels a little intimidating, maybe even uncomfortable. And that's exactly why it's so easy to say, I'll get to that later. Now, here's a huge insight. Procrastination usually isn't about being lazy. It's about not being clear. If your goals are fuzzy, your brain just spins its wheels because it doesn't know where to start. So the lesson is simple. Get crystal clear on what you want, and suddenly your frog will be staring you right in the face. To help us get even more focused, let's talk about a fundamental rule of productivity. It all starts with this number, 80%. 80% of your results, the real wins, the achievements, the things that matter, they don't come from 80% of your actions, not even close. They actually come from a much, much smaller slice of your work. And there it is, just 20%. You've probably heard of this. It's the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. It means a small handful of your tasks are creating the vast majority of your success. And this is where it all clicks into place. Your frog lives in that vital 20%. It's a high-impact task. So the key to being ridiculously productive is to stop getting bogged down by the trivial 80% of stuff first thing in the morning and just pour all your energy into that critical 20%. Okay, so you found your frog. It's sitting there on your desk, maybe looking a little bigger and uglier than you remember. The next hurdle is just starting. How do you take that first bite? Of course it does. This is probably the number one reason we put things off. Our brain sees a massive project, something like write research paper, and it immediately panics and looks for a distraction. It's totally natural. The secret is to slice that frog into tiny, bite-sized pieces. You turn one huge, scary task into a bunch of small, easy steps. You're not writing a paper anymore. Nope. Your first task is just to open the document. Anyone can do that, right? It lowers the mental barrier and helps you build a little momentum. And here's another great mind trick you can play on yourself. Just make a deal. Say, I'm only going to work on this for 5 minutes. That's it. Set a timer and just start. Because that's the whole secret, isn't it? The absolute hardest part is just getting started. But once you're in motion, your brain kind of locks in. What you'll find is, most of the time, that 5-minute timer will go off and you won't even want to stop. Now, these strategies are fantastic for getting through a tough day, but the real magic happens when eating your frog isn't a trick anymore. It's just what you do. It becomes an automatic daily habit. This is how we build real discipline. Let's be really clear about something. Motivation is not your friend. It's an emotion, it's flaky, it comes and goes. You can't count on it. Discipline, on the other hand, is a system. It's something you build, it shows up every day, whether you feel like it or not. And you know what? It's what actually gets results. I love this way of thinking about it. Discipline is a muscle. Every single time you choose to eat your frog instead of checking your email, you're doing a rep. You're making that muscle just a little bit stronger. And over time, the thing that used to feel impossible starts to feel like just another part of your morning routine. So as we start to land a plane here, let's zoom out and look at the biggest, most important idea behind this whole thing. This isn't just about productivity hacks. It's about something much, much bigger. This is it. This is the ultimate mindset shift. That task you're dreading, that frog you keep putting off, that isn't just a chore. More often than not, it's the very thing standing between you and your next promotion, your biggest creative breakthrough, or your most important goal. Procrastination isn't just delaying work, it's delaying your own success. So I'll leave you with this one question. This isn't just something to think about, it's a call to action. Right now, think about your goals. What's the one thing you could do that would make the biggest impact? That's your frog. Now the